What would you do if the one thing keeping you grounded was the very thing others used to tear you down? For Sarah Coleman, a 28-year-old Army veteran, that thing was her service dog, Titan. A German shepherd with soulful eyes and an unshakable loyalty, Titan was more than a companion, was her lifeline. After 2 tours in Afghanistan, Sarah returned home carrying scars no one could see. Nightmares haunted her sleep. Crowded places sent her heart racing, and the world felt like a minefield of triggers. Titan, trained to sense her anxiety and guide her through panic, was her anchor. But not everyone saw him that way. In the small town of Willow Creek, Sarah tried to rebuild her life. She took a job at the local library, shelving books in quiet corners, hoping for peace. Yet, whispers followed her. At the grocery store, people stared as Titan walked beside her, his service vest clearly marked. "Why does she need that dog?" they'd mutter. "She's young. She looks fine." At the coffee shop, a group of regulars snickered when Titan lay calmly at her feet. "What? Is she faking it for attention?" one sneered. Sarah heard it all, and each word was a dagger. She wanted to scream that Titan wasn't a profi was the reason she could leave her house. But she stayed silent, gripping his leash a little tighter. One crisp autumn evening, Sarah and Titan walked through Willow Creek Park. The leaves glowed red and gold under the setting sun, and for a moment, the world felt kind. That's when she saw a FEMA group of teenagers lounging on a bench, their laughter sharp and mocking. "Hey, dog lady," one shouted. "What's that mutt for? You scared of the squirrels?" The others cackled, tossing empty soda cans toward the path. Sarah's chest tightened, her breath shallow. Titan pressed against her leg, sensing her distress, his steady presence pulling her back from the edge. She turned to leave, but the tallest teen, a boy with a smirk, stepped closer. "Seriously, what's wrong with you? That dog's just a crutch." Sarah froze. She wanted to explain the flashbacks, the panic attacks, the way Titan could sense her spiral before she did. But the words wouldn't come. Instead, Titan's ears perked up. His body tensed, and a low growl rumbled in his throat. The teens laughed louder, thinking it was a game. "Ooh, tough dog," the boy taunted, stepping closer. But Titan wasn't looking at him. His nose twitched, his eyes locked on something beyond the group. Sarah knew that look. Titan was alerting her to danger, but this time, it wasn't about her. Without warning, Titan tugged her toward a cluster of trees near the park's edge. The teens jeered, but Sarah followed, her heart pounding. Titan stopped at a dense thicket, his nose low to the ground, whining softly. Sarah knelt, peering through the branches. There, half hidden in the leaves, was a small figure, a child, no older than 6, curled up and trembling. Her clothes were dirty, her face streaked with tears. "Hey, sweetheart," Sarah said softly, her voice steady despite her racing pulse. "Are you okay?" The girl, Lily, had wandered away from her family's picnic hours earlier. Lost and scared, she'd hidden when she heard voices, too frightened to call out. Sarah's calm presence and Titan's gentle nudge coaxed her out. Sarah called 911, staying with Lily until the police arrived. The reunion with her frantic parents was tearful, grateful, and raw. Word spread quickly through Willow Creek, a missing child found, thanks to a veteran and her dog. The next day, the park incident was all anyone could talk about. The same coffee shop regulars who'd mocked Sarah now approached her with apologies. The teens, chastened, mumbled their regrets when they saw her at the library. Sarah didn't gloat. She didn't need to. Titan had proven what she'd known all along wasn't just her protector, but a hero in ways no one could have predicted. His nose had caught a scent the human world overlooked, and his heart had led Sarah to save a life. Sarah's story didn't erase her struggles. The nightmares still came, and crowded rooms still felt like battlegrounds. But something shifted in Willow Creek. People stopped whispering. They started asking about her service, her strength, her dog. Sarah began to share, bit by bit, and found that her truth didn't make her weak, it made her human. Titan, ever by her side, seemed to carry a quiet pride, as if he'd known all along what they were capable of together. In the end, Sarah and Titan taught Willow Creek a lesson that lingered. Courage isn't always loud, and heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes, they wear service vests and walk on 4 paws. And sometimes, the ones who seem broken are the ones who mend the world.